let me ask you something. You're watching a machine's temperature on a screen. Is that measurement? What if you record it in a logbook? Monitoring, right?
Surprisingly, most people get those mixed up. But in the world of ISO standards and audits, understanding the difference is crucial. Today, we're making monitoring versus measurement super simple.
Exactly. Both monitoring and measurement are used to control processes, but they aren't the same thing. Think of it this way. Monitoring is like watching and checking regularly to ensure everything is going as planned. Measurement, on the other hand, involves getting a precise numerical value.
Monitoring is all about status. Is the process running smoothly? Are the guidelines being followed? Measurement is about the numbers, the specific data points that quantify the process. Monitoring answers the question, is everything okay? Whereas measurement answers, how much?
Okay, let's dive into monitoring. So what exactly is it?
Simply put, it's keeping a close eye on things. Monitoring means regularly checking to see if something is going according to plan. Think of it like
Watching CCTV to make sure everyone's following hygiene protocols, or checking that workers are consistently wearing their gloves.
exactly. You're observing a process, a machine running, cleaning activities, anything, to make sure it's under control. You're basically asking yourself,
Is everything okay? And here's the key. You don't always need numbers. It's about the status of things. Visual checks are perfect examples of monitoring. You're looking for deviations.
right, so if the milk is boiling over, we can tell that by simple monitoring without an exact measurement.
All right, let's dive into measurement. This is where we quantify things, giving us hard numerical data. Think of it as answering the question, how much?
Exactly. So examples? A temperature reading of 75 degrees Celsius, a weight of 500 grams, or a pH level of 6.8. All numbers.
And to get these numbers, we use tools. Thermometers for temperature, scales for weight, pH meters for acidity, and so on. It's all about using instruments to get precise values.
So if you're measuring pressure in a pipe and it reads 2 bar, or humidity in a room at 60%, those are clear examples of measurement. We are relying on specific tools to derive those numbers.
It's more than just eyeballing it. It's about objective, quantifiable data. That's the core of measurement. It provides a concrete value to work with. Okay, let's nail the difference. Monitoring? That's watching the condition. Is the machine vibrating too much? Are the workers wearing their PPE?
And measurement? That's all about checking the numbers. What's the exact temperature, the precise weight? It gives you quantifiable data.
Think of it this way. You're in the kitchen heating milk. Just watching the milk, making sure it doesn't boil over, that's monitoring.
Exactly. But if you grab a thermometer and check if the milk's hit, say, 72 degrees Celsius, that's measurement. You've got a temperature value.
So watching the process, keeping an eye on things, monitoring. Getting a precise temperature, a specific weight, measurement. It's the difference between a general observation and a specific numerical data point.
Now, let's put this into a food factory context. During pasteurization, if an operator is just watching the screen to ensure the system is running smoothly, that's monitoring.
But if that same operator records the temperature as 72.5 degrees Celsius, that's measurement. Both are crucial to controlling food safety. So, ISO standards require both monitoring and measurement. Why?
Monitoring is your early warning system. Think of it like a smoke detector. It catches problems when they're small, before they become a fire.
Exactly. It's that continuous check, preventing things from going sideways. But what if the auditor asks for proof?
That's where measurement comes in. It provides concrete evidence, the data to back up your claims. Temperature logs, weight records, pH values, it's all about demonstrating compliance.
So what happens if you only do one and not the other?
Without monitoring, you're essentially driving blind. You miss those subtle warning signs, the little things that indicate a bigger problem brewing.
And without measurement?
No proof. You can say your process is under control, but without data, it's just your word against the auditor's doubt. Measurement is the verifiable evidence needed for compliance.
Let's tackle a common mix-up, thinking monitoring is always measurement. It's not.
Exactly. You can monitor something without using numbers. Think about it. Is the machine running smoothly? Is the product the correct color? These are observations, not measurements.
Right. Monitoring is about qualitative assessment. Are things generally okay? But measurement? That's always quantitative. It involves a number, a unit, like 25 degrees Celsius.
So monitoring can involve numbers, like watching a temperature gauge on a screen. However, simply seeing it within a range is still monitoring until you record 72.5 degrees Celsius. Then, boom, you're measuring.
It's like the difference between knowing you're running and knowing your exact speed. Monitoring helps you know of a problem. Measurement helps you know how much of a problem.
Precisely. Monitoring without numbers is possible. Measurement always gives you a number. Keep that in mind and you'll ace those audits.
Let's talk business. What does monitoring really buy you? Well, think about it. Monitoring helps prevent breakdowns. If you're watching those gauges, you can catch a problem before it shuts down your whole line.
Absolutely. And it improves supervision. Instead of just hoping things are going okay, you're actively confirming it. Plus, early issue detection is huge. Small problems stay small when you catch them fast.
Now, measurement, on the other hand, lets you analyze performance. You can actually see if your process is becoming more efficient or if it's drifting.
Compliance is key too. Measurement provides hard evidence that you're meeting the required standards. No more guessing. And it allows for real data-based decisions. You're not relying on hunches, you're using facts.
So, to keep it simple, monitoring, that's prevention. Measurement, that's improvement. It's about being proactive versus reactive. Okay, let's lock this in our minds. Here's a little memory trick. Monitoring, think M for mind on the process. Are you paying attention?
And measurement?
Measurement is M for metrics, numbers, data, the hard facts. Mind versus metrics, that's the key difference. Got it?
Mind versus metrics. I like it. So how does this play out in a real audit?
Good question. Picture this. The auditor strides in, all business, and asks, how do you monitor hygiene in your facility?
And we confidently reply,
Our supervisors conduct daily checks on staff practices. We're showing we're actively watching the process. Simple observation.
gotcha. Then the auditor pivots and asks about, say, cooking temperatures?
Exactly. This time, we don't just talk about watching. We pull out the thermometer records, showing precise temperature values at specific times. Proof in numbers.
So both the observation and the data are critical?
Absolutely. Monitoring catches the little things, the potential problems brewing. Measurement provides the solid evidence, the undeniable proof that our system is working, and it's all documented. A strong system needs both. So, to wrap things up, remember this. Monitoring tells you that something is happening. Is the system running? Are the staff wearing gloves?
Right, it's about the current state. But measurement? Measurement tells you how well it's happening. What's the actual temperature? What's the precise weight?
Exactly. Think of it like this. Monitoring says, yes, we're cooking. Measurement says, okay, we're cooking at exactly 72 degrees Celsius, ensuring pasteurization.
And when you put them together, boom, you've got a process that's not just controlled, but also demonstrably safe and effective. Monitoring plus measurement equals a robust system.
Controlled, safe, and effective, the trifecta of a well-managed process. So next time you're in an audit, you'll be ready. So, we've covered monitoring versus measurement and how crucial they are. Let's bring it home with a real-world audit scenario and a final thought.
Sounds good. Hit me with that audit scenario.
Okay, imagine this. An auditor asks, how do you monitor hygiene? You confidently reply, our supervisor checks staff daily. That's monitoring, keeping an eye on things. Next, the auditor asks, how do you measure cooking temperature? You present your thermometer records.
Got it. So one is observation, the other is data.
Exactly. Both are needed for a robust system. Monitoring tells you something is happening. Measurement tells you how well it's happening. Together, they make your processes controlled, safe, and effective.
Makes perfect sense. Monitoring is like the early warning system, and measurement is the detailed analysis.
Precisely. And with that in mind,
If you want ISO, food safety, and audits explained in the simplest way,
subscribe to Search Your Consultancy and make standards easy to understand.